She stepped onto the Olympic piste in Rio wearing a hijab and became the first American woman in history to compete in the games like that. Then she helped her team win bronze in women's saber Olympics. Ibtihaj Muhammad did not only fence, she did so breaking barriers that no one thought could fall. She kept making history with one milestone after another. Not only did she become the first Muslim American woman to win an Olympic medal, but she also shattered barriers as the first black woman to ever medal in saber at the Olympic Games. Building on those groundbreaking moments, she collected 5 senior world championship medals, including a gold medal with the United States women's saber team at the 2014 World Championships in Kazan. She continued her dominance by helping the team capture gold at both the 2011 and 2015 Pan American Games, while standing on the World Championship podium 4 more times with hard-earned bronze medals. In 2016, her influence stretched far beyond the fencing strip when Time magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world. That same year brought even more recognition as she received her own Barbie doll in the Shero collection. And multiple US presidents welcomed her to the White House. Yet none of those remarkable achievements came easy. Her incredible journey actually began in a quiet New Jersey suburb, far from the bright lights and global stage of the Olympics. Ibtihaj grew up in Maplewood, New Jersey. She was born on December 4, 1985, to parents Eugene Muhammad and Denise Garner. She was one of 5 children in an African-American family that had converted to Islam before she arrived. Life at home followed strong Muslim values. Her parents taught her to stay true to her faith no matter what. You see, sports always mattered to Ibtihaj. She tried swimming, volleyball, tennis, and softball. But every time she suited up, the uniforms never felt right. Shorts, short sleeves, tight fits, none of it matched her decision to dress modestly and cover her hair. She wanted to compete, but she also wanted to stay true to who she was. One day, everything changed. Ibtihaj and her mother drove past Columbia High School and saw the fencing team practicing. The athletes wore long pants, long sleeves, gloves, masks, and jackets. Everything covered the body completely. Her mother pointed and said, "This is perfect." With fencing, Ibtihaj had the opportunity to compete in the sport while wearing a hijab, unlike the other sports she played where she felt out of place among her teammates. At age 13, Ibtihaj walked into her first fencing class. The full gear let her compete without compromise. She joined the school team right away. Although when Ibtihaj started fencing, she didn't take it too seriously. She soon had a change of heart when she realized fencing could present her an opportunity to obtain a sports scholarship to one of the best schools. With this change of mindset, she changed her weaponry from the épée to the saber. Ibtihaj found the fast, explosive moves suited her personality more. Quickly, she rose to team captain and helped Maplewood's Columbia High School win 2 state championships. But school fencing only went so far. She needed more. In 2002, she joined the Peter Westbrook Foundation in New York City. The nonprofit program used fencing to mentor kids from underprivileged communities. There, she trained harder than ever. The foundation opened doors she never imagined. Yet she still faced doubts. Could a hijab-wearing black Muslim girl from New Jersey really make it to the top in a sport that looked so different from her world? The answer came one step at a time. Ibtihaj earned an academic scholarship to Duke University. She arrived in 2004 and made the fencing team immediately. She became a 3-time All-American. She helped the Blue Devils reach the NCAA championships. She graduated in 2007 with dual degrees in international relations and African American studies, plus a minor in Arabic. College sharpened her mind and her saber skills. But the real test waited outside the classroom. In 2009, Muhammad stepped up her training and switched coaches. She began taking lessons from the 2000 US Olympian Aki Spencer L. That same year, she won her first national title. Her ranking climbed fast. By 2010, she earned a spot on the United States national team. She rose from 113th in the world to the top ranks in just a few seasons. She traveled the globe for World Cup events. She stood on podiums in Europe and Asia. Every medal felt bigger than the last. Still, the biggest stage stayed just out of reach. In 2012, she missed the London Olympics by a whisper. Although she was named Muslim Sportswoman of the Year, the disappointment still stung. She trained even harder. She told herself she would never let anyone deny her that title again. By 2014, she helped the United States win team gold at the World Championships. The next year brought more team medals. Then, 2016 arrived. Qualification for Rio felt like destiny. She made the Olympic team. The world noticed for one simple reason. She would wear her hijab while competing. No American woman had ever done that before. The media storm grew huge. Some people cheered, others questioned. Ibtihaj stayed focused on the piste. In Rio, she reached the round of 16 in the individual saber event and finished 12th. But the real magic happened in the team competition. She and her teammates fought through every bout. They battled hard and earned the bronze medal, defeating the Italian team 45-30. When she stood on that podium with her hijab and her medal, history changed forever. She became the first Muslim American woman to win Olympic hardware. She became the first black woman to medal in saber. The moment felt bigger than any single point on the strip. After Rio, the spotlight never dimmed. She used her voice to speak about inclusion. She became a sports ambassador for the U.S. Department of State's Empowering Women and Girls Through Sports initiative. President Obama nominated her for the President's Council on Fitness, Health, and Nutrition. She gave fencing lessons to the First Lady Michelle Obama in Times Square. Yet inside, she wondered what came next. The grind of elite fencing took its toll. Travel, training, and constant pressure wore her down. In 2019, she made a quiet decision. She retired from competitive fencing after completing her first Hajj. She wanted to explore life beyond the saber. Many wondered what she would do. Would she fade away or keep pushing? She chose to keep pushing. Retirement opened new doors. She wrote her memoir, Proud, My Fight for an Unlikely American Dream. The book told her full story, the racism, the triumphs, and the faith that guided her. It became a bestseller and inspired young athletes everywhere. She followed it with a children's book series that taught kids about courage and identity. Ibtihaj also launched her own clothing line called Luella. The brand creates modest, stylish activewear for women who want to move freely while honoring their faith. She designed every piece herself. She wanted girls like the young Ibtihaj to have options she never had. Though Ibtihaj stopped competing, she stayed active in the sport in new ways. She became a global ambassador for Special Olympics. She works with the Qatar Foundation in Doha to inspire the next generation of fencers. She runs clinics and speaks at schools. She co-founded Athletes for Impact to help athletes use their platforms for good. She travels the world as a speaker and activist. Every talk carries the same message. Sport belongs to everyone. Faith and excellence can walk together. She still picks up a saber now and then, not to compete, but to teach. She shows young fencers how one sport changed her life. She reminds them that barriers are only as strong as we let them be. Ibtihaj Muhammad started as a girl who simply wanted to play sports without changing who she was. She ended up changing the world of fencing and beyond. Every modest athlete who competes today walks a path she helped clear. Every young Muslim girl who dreams big sees proof it can happen. She turned a hijab and a saber into symbols of hope. And the best part? Her journey is far from over. The next chapter waits for whoever picks up the blade and believes they belong. What do you like most about Ibtihaj Muhammad's career? Let us know in the comments section. Like and subscribe to the channel for the best of women's sports.